Hi y'all. I wanted to do a quick video just as a quick Mother's Day well wishes, happy Mother's Day kind of thing. But this video was actually inspired by two things. One was the other day I was in the store and someone said, "I hope you have a wonderful Mother's Day if you're a mother." And that "if you're a mother" part made me instantly remember a video that Missy Lanning, one of my favorite YouTubers, did for last year's Mother's Day called "I Am a Mother." And it was a beautiful video that just covered so many different aspects and ways that you can be a mother. And it was an extremely moving video for me last year, and it's still just as moving this year. And I'm going to include that in the video description box below. Please go over there and check out that video and check out her channel. But the whole video, just her whole video, talks about all the different ways that you're a mother. And, you know, it covered so many things, and it made me realize and finally decide that I should take ownership for the fact that I am a mother. While I don't get to hold my babies in my arms, they still hold a place in my heart. And if motherhood is not a calling of the heart, then I don't know what it is, because for me and my experience with all of the wonderful women who I'm about to be thanking, it's all about the heart, and it's all a gift from their heart that they even do any of it. But I wanted to do a quick video and just say, happy Mother's Day to myself. For any of you who have not watched the videos in my channel, then I'll just give you a quick update. I am a mother to two little angels who I lost to miscarriage, plus the little furry creatures that run around, my cats, and even my snake. So I am a mother twofold. Plus, I get to experience caring for children all day long. Maybe not as their mothers would, but I do get to care for children all day in my day job. So I'm kind of a mom for that too. But I am a mother. And for me, I may not, be getting woken up by a cute little 2-year-old bringing me cereal in bed, but I'm still a mother. And when I embraced that, my outlook on Mother's Day was less bittersweet, or less bitter and more bittersweet, which, how can you not love Mother's Day when you come to that realization? But anyway, that's just me. It may be different for all of you. But anyway, I just want to say happy Mother's Day to all of you, and happy Mother's Day to a specific group of women. I'm not going to name your names just so I can protect your privacy, but I think by the descriptions you'll know who you are. The first person that I want to wish happy Mother's Day to is my mother. This is my second Mother's Day since my mother passed away, and it has definitely changed how I look at Mother's Day. Instead of going over to her house for breakfast or lunch or dinner or all day long, I simply look at her picture, and for me, I tell her happy Mother's Day, and I even got her a card last year. But I can still say happy Mother's Day, and I can use this day as an extra day to kind of honor the influence that she had in my life. One of the ways that I'm doing that today is actually wearing purple, her favorite color, and the color we wore to honor her for her services when she passed away. But Mom was not traditional, so we didn't do black. But anyway, impact that my mom had on my life and still has on my life is completely undeniable. Some people will say, "Oh, you're just like your mother," and I take that as a high compliment because she was an incredible, incredible woman, and I am so thankful that while our mother-daughter relationship was not always perfect, we had an amazing one, and it was one that taught me so, so much about life in general and about being a mom. Now, I have a few more women that I would like to say Happy Mother's Day to, and I'm sorry if this list gets a little bit long, but just bear with me, because I feel like honoring these women is important to me, and is a great way to celebrate Mother's Day. So, here we go. Besides my mother, there are several women who impacted my life. None quite as uniquely as my grandmothers did. I have a great-grandmother and 3 grandmothers, and all 4 women are uniquely empowering and amazing women who, at one point in their life or another, have taught me an incredible number of lessons and little tips and tricks along the way about not just being a mom, but about being a human being and about being a woman and a wife and how to never let go of your inner child. So I want to say Happy Mother's Day to all 4 of my grandmothers. I love all 4 of you, and I hope that you're all being spoiled by so much love that you don't even know what to do with it. So Happy Mother's Day. The next set of women that I would like to say Happy Mother's Day to are stepmothers. I have 2 of them, and I have a mother-in-law, and we're going to put her in this category too because they love me because they got brought into my family in a different way. So I'll do the in-law side first. I have not 1, but 2 in-laws, and mother-in-laws is what we're talking about. And so, everybody makes jokes. Oh, I have a horrible mother-in-law or I have a monster-in-law. Well, I got pretty lucky. My mother-in-law and I don't usually have a battle of wills. And we may disagree, but, who doesn't disagree? We are just 2 very strong-willed, independent women, so it's inevitable that we're going to disagree. But she has never treated me like, ew, you're my daughter-in-law, you don't matter. She has always treated me like someone who matters, not just to her son, but to her as well. And I could not ask for a more generous gift than that. So I want to say Happy Mother's Day to you. My stepmother-in-law, she and I don't really have a battle of wills. We tend to keep things light and that kind of thing. So we don't have that clashing of heads quite as much as my mother-in-law do, which is hardly ever, but we still don't have that. And that's okay, because instead of covering the whole wide gamut, we get to focus on all the fun stuff. So I enjoy that piece of our relationship, and I want to say Happy Mother's Day to you. The third person in this category I said was a stepmother, and that is my stepmother. I am extremely lucky that my dad found an amazing woman to spend the rest of his life with. Someone who is warm and compassionate and loving and so incredibly generous. And I love her to pieces. And we may not be very close. We may not talk all of the time. But I love you to pieces, and I just need to make sure you know that, especially on Mother's Day. So thank you for all that you do, not just for my dad and being there for him, but for the ways that you've impacted my life and the kindnesses and the warmth that you've shown to me. Just, it really touches my heart. And I want to say Happy Mother's Day. There are two more women, both unique and both who come from different backgrounds, but they have one thing in common. They love me. And not to sound conceited, but that's pretty awesome. The first one that I want to say Happy Mother's Day to is my mentor, one of my mentors, but this particular mentor her and her husband led my hand fasting when my husband and I renewed our vows a few weeks ago. And she's been an incredible teacher and an incredible friend, and she's really been just amazing, and she's taught me a lot. And I just want to say Happy Mother's Day to you. I love you to pieces, and also happy birthday. But anyway, I just had to make sure I threw that one in there for you too. The last woman that I want to say Happy Mother's Day to is by no means the least on my list. I just was afraid I'd get choked up and didn't want to cry for the rest of the video, but they'd be happy tears, so it's okay. This particular woman, when I say that it's a calling of the heart to be a mom, this woman has that heart. And she is a mother of 7 children. She has beautiful grandbabies, and she not only has, her own children, but she took me into her heart and into her home several years ago, back in 99 or 2000 is when she and I met, and instantly I knew that she was someone who was really going to touch my heart and touch my life and hopefully touch my mind as well, and that did happen. Whether you knew that before or not, it did. But I want to say thank you for always being there for me. You were there when Joey and I met. You were there after we ran away and after we came back and got married. You've been there every step of the way, and I love you to pieces. You're one of the few people who did not shun me or Joey when we adjusted our spiritual path, and you were there when I lost my mom. You were there when I had problems in my relationship with my mom, and then you were there and held my hand when I lost her. And you were there the day that Joey and I renewed our vows and gave me all of those mom reassurances. And you and my mother-in-law were there, and that was so incredibly touching for me, and it's just one of the million ways that you're there for me all the time, whether I'm your redheaded stepchild or not. You've always treated me like a daughter, and you've shown me so much about what being a mom is all about and what being a woman is about, and that is being warm and generous and loving and, defending your babies. And you've definitely, I feel like, counted me in that group of your babies. So I just want to say thank you for all that you've done, and I'm sure all that you will continue to do. But I love you to pieces, and I wouldn't be this adorable person sitting here making this video if it wasn't for your influence on my life. So I just wanted to make sure that I said Happy Mother's Day to you. Of course, there are other women that I have not thanked in this video that have had an impact on my life. Aunts and sisters who are mothers, and you know, I love all of you and I want to wish you a happy Mother's Day as well. But honestly, I have so many aunts. I don't think this video would end anytime soon if I thanked all of you individually. But I love all of you, and I want to say happy Mother's Day. And to my three sisters who happen to be moms, I want to say happy Mother's Day to you. I have some beautiful nephews and a beautiful niece because of you. So, happy Mother's Day. I hope that this video wasn't too boring and that you didn't feel like pulling your hair out from watching all of the Missy stuff. But I wanted to do a quick video to say happy Mother's Day. I hope that all of you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.